I want to really open the dialogue up with why do you guys think men cheat? Who want to go first? Come on now. Have you ever had somebody cheat on you?
Well, I don't think myself personally that they do it, and not say intentionally like they're gonna tell you. So it's not like you automatically gonna know, oh, he's cheating, or you know automatically gonna tell you that he's cheating. It's just something that I believe that they say is 2 or 3 things. A man always have something that he desire, wants something that he can't get, and prepared to get something that he never had. So as far as women, they just say that you're in a relationship and you already with someone. So then just say this, you doing everything you're supposed to do. Because I have a testimony myself. I was married for 24 years, have 5 children. So it's not like that you can actually see, but I just think with a woman, you can kind of just pick up, you know, pick up and kind of discern what's going on from, you know, you see bank accounts changing, you see their pattern changing. And they're not going to just come out and say, oh, I'm cheating. It's just something that I think that they do because they're attracted to what they see. And some, you know, like even as women, you might not keep yourself up. You hear a lot of, you know, I talk to guys now about me even being divorced just as friends. And they say, well, my wife don't keep herself up no more. She got this big raggedy gown, she this, she that. But the first 10, 15, 5 years, it wasn't like that. But you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I just think they cheat because they want to cheat. It's an option. You can do it because you can.
Okay.
Here in Atlanta.
So you think it's just uncontrollable?
Yeah, it's uncontrollable.
Because that's the title of the book, The Uncontrollable Penis. Okay. You know, because it happens to be a part of a man that seems to be out of his control. And I particularly think that has to do with his mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because when you can control your mind, then of course you're controlling your thoughts. Then if you're controlling your thoughts, you're controlling your actions. So you're able to make a conscious decision, a wise decision, based on even, I don't care how fine she is.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it and consider, for example, President of the United States, who holds one of the most highest positions in the world, why would he take the chance to lose everything he has, not only his status, his job, but his family, which is, you know, considered to be the most precious thing to him, you know. If his mind is not under some type of control, if he's not under the control of his own mind, then he is more apt to succumb to somebody that walk in a room with nothing on, you know. And I know that may be difficult for most men.
That might be difficult for most women.
Well, yeah. But you know what? If I think, and I don't know, I think that it may not even have anything to do with how she looks. You know, if a woman presents herself in the right way, don't you think so? You don't? Well, okay. So
No. If you ask 3 men, what are you attracted to in a woman? It's usually looks.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and not so much looks, you know, but just take some of the celebrities that are out there today, some of the basketball players, you know, whoever. It's like you changing in. Some of them change in for it's like a joke to them. Like you get an older guy, and you have he has an older female. They want to exchange for somebody 35, 40. You know what I mean? Just the age bracket.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a slap in the face, but at the same time, you know, as women, as we get older, you start maturing, things change, which is true.
Right.
You know, your hair start growing. Oh yeah, I like her. She kind of.
But it don't only change
all
with
about that.
with
a mature man and the control of his mind, like you just said.
I think also commitment is, you know, I really think that plays a big part because it's like, you know, we're committed to everything. You can go to work Monday through Friday, don't like your boss, don't like your coworkers, check is short, didn't get a check, you're going to show up again Monday.
Right.
But let your mate make you mad in a relationship. then you are trying to replace them.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I think if we make the same type of commitment, men, as well as women too, we make the same type of commitment that we make on the job, in our homes or in our personal lives first, then we're gonna get the same type of results. You know, we'll be on the jobs for 30 years, can't stand it, but you're there. So it's something that's making you show up
Yeah. Yeah.
every Monday.
That's good.
And I think it's a commitment, and I think that when we begin to see that it's not in the size, it's not in the shape of the hips, but it's in the commitment that I made to this man or woman, good or bad. And, you know, seeing our way through it.
Through sickness and through health.
Yeah, through health, that's right.
So, and the question was, why do we think men cheat?
But I think it's a personal, I think it's never about the outside.
Okay. What do you mean by the outside? The way of
It's never about
outer
what's making
appearance?
you do something outside of you.
Okay.
Men cheat because there's something inside of them that there's a void. You're not fulfilled. So the more you think you can touch and do, you think you're going to replace it, but you don't. Solomon, he taught that.
You know what? It kind of, it's almost like a drug. Somebody told me, you know, it's like a chase. Like, for example, that first high you get on the first time, you are constantly trying to go back and catch up and try to get that same feeling, you know. So, Queen, you expound. Why do you think?
I don't really know why men cheat.
I didn't ask you what you know. I said, why do you think? Why do you think?
I don't really know why men cheat, but what I think is not any one single thing. I think it depends upon the person, and there are, I think, a conglomeration of things, and sometimes there's a combination of things. I agree with what Tracy said. Sometimes it's because there's availability and I am who I am and I can do this, and so I will. Sometimes, and I love what Carolyn said about commitment. There is no commitment, and because there's no commitment, then I can do what I want to do. I can have what is available to me. Sometimes there may be, there's no commitment to that person, and there's no commitment to God either. Because some things will stop you because of a commitment to God. But as you said earlier, Jen, I don't know if it was when we were talking or something in conversation, I don't know, it might have been a sermon I heard this morning, but what's ringing in my mind is that we are human. We are human and prone to err. And there are some studies that show that people are addicted. They have sexual addictions, and for those people, cheating is a natural consequence of an unnatural natural consequence of that addiction. There are other people who, other men, maybe they cheat because they are vindictive. Well, she cheated on me, so I'm going to cheat on her, which is a very immature type of response to that type of hurt. It may have been something that they just wanted to do all along and just needed an excuse to do it, and voila.
You know, I don't want people, once they see the video, feel like we're man bashing.
Oh,
you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? So my next question is, do you believe, you know, me personally, I don't think we as women give men their accolades properly, you know. I don't think we righteously support them because in areas where they need the support. I think that we as women, God created us, we're, to me, a stronger vessel, and He gave us to man to be a helpmeet, you know, when there's a marriage, and that helpmeet in my understanding, is to help meet all the areas in this world that he doesn't have. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
To help him to meet
Yes.
the place in as a man, as the king, you know, that he is, to represent, to do what God has created him in the earth to do, you know. So sometimes we, with this right here,
Right.
push
Push him away.
go. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do, and he can make a threat. You know, look. You know, so, but see, men automatically know that there is another woman out there that I can have. You know, without
Well,
saying, I'm getting ready to go get me. You know.
I hear you saying that, you know, we're to help the men meet whatever,
Area where they're lacking, and you know what, that's not fulfilled, because you can't. I don't think you can come into a person's life and complete them to the degree where God has not already equipped them with what they need. I think that, you understand what I'm saying? I think that as a woman, or as the gift that's placed in a man's life, that you have the strength, the power. God has already given it to you to kind of help master, you know, and bring out of him what's on the inside of him. If you're a wise woman,
Well,
you got to be a wise woman.
Right.
But
You got to be a wise woman.
But at times, true, like you're saying, you have to be wise. When you do, just say like you very, I'm gonna say myself personally, headstrong, and you doing some things. There's a lot of men who are not, how can I say, that's real leaders in their home.
Right.
And you know, but you, like you said, the woman is the helpmeet. So even to get back to why men cheat, that's another thing. You got a listening ear, somebody else. Oh yeah, you know, like kind of telling you, oh yeah, I can help you do that or whatever.
Yeah,
But then
okay.
you're home and you in this environment or in this relationship with somebody that it seems like, well, she don't listen to what I do, she this, she that, and it seems like the grass is greener on the other side because somebody or another opposite female or male is telling you this, this, and that. But it's a lot of men, it's not visionaries, and there's so many women just like
That
you in your taping today. Is a blessing. There's a lot of women and men that's not visionaries. They don't know where you're going. They don't even know where they're going. And it's not all, because we're not man, like you say, we're not man bashing. There's a lot of men don't even have no direction or where they going, what they want to do, you know.
So in that regard, though, what would you suggest if you were with some? See, I think it's a mixed match for me to be attracted to somebody who that I know is not a leader, because I will leave him behind. You know?
But then just okay, I'm gonna take
So I'm not
illustration.
gonna,
Put yourself in that.
But it's not
Yeah.
always like that. Just take me. I got married when I was 18. What do I know
Okay.
at 18 years old?
okay, right,
You know, that's a
right.
good point.
Was married for 24 years.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden I'm learning me, who I am. We totally different, going in two different directions. So then, you know what I mean? So not just to get on that, but I'm just saying.
No,
when
I
you-
understand.
You know,
But
now.
that's good, Tracy, because let me ask you this. Do you think that had you guys implemented different things during the course of your relationship, your growth process? Because women, we outgrow men, you know, in many areas, you know, quickly as we're maturing. So do you think that there were things that you guys could have,
Oh, of course.
you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah. Now looking back. It's
Now
a
looking
plenty,
back,
it's a lot.
you know,
And that's what's
But
important.
then, like
Yeah.
you're saying, who have your ear now?
right.
You know, where you may feel or look or seem like it's
Yeah.
maybe be too late or whatever not. But just like you're saying, you know, I think the reason why, you know, sometimes we step out, man and female, is because it's somebody else telling you this, and that. Oh, I can help you do this, I can do that. And then you're talking, so you kind of like, wow, why my husband don't see it like that? Or why my wife don't see it like that? And then it develops a relationship. Even, it don't have to be so much cheating, but consider cheating is even talking, if you're in a committed relationship, like you was talking about committed. If you're talking to someone in a committed relationship, that's still considered cheating.
Okay. Really?
That's what they say. I have been. I
Do
done
you think
cheated
that's cheating?
too many
Do
times.
you think that's cheating?
I didn't, but they say that's cheating.
I feel you, but do you think that's
You're
cheating?
communicating.
If
with
you
us.
are, okay, say for example, you're in a committed relationship with somebody, you guys are having financial problems, guy on your job, you guys hook up, go to lunch, okay, you enjoy the lunch, the conversation, just the dialogue, you know what I'm saying? And then the lunch turns into a dinner, you know what I'm saying?
Bam, that's how
Bam.
it started.
Well, something to me that's
Well, he fulfilling the need that you have, and that need is to be heard and to be understood.
That's it.
So,
That's what a man wants.
Yeah.
But I think that should come from the sanction, the marriage union.
Yes,
Because
yes.
anything outside of that, and I'm not, like you said earlier today, and how you heard a message on that, we all struggle. So I don't think no one is saying, big I or little you, but I think that the fulfillment should come from the reunion.
Yeah,
The union,
it should,
not
it
the
should.
union, the union.
Yeah.
Because as soon as that door is open,
Uh-huh.
I don't care if they look at you in a way that your husband don't look at you and it does
Yeah.
something for you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It already started.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It might take a year before it
it's
manifests, but
there.
it has already started.
And that's true.
But I think that the things that we're touching on today is so good because it's those small foxes, which is not scripture,
I was
but
just thinking about that.
it's the small ones.
Yeah.
And so he says, wow, I tell you, just the way you engage me in conversation makes me feel so good. So then he go back home, can nobody deal with him?
Right.
Yeah,
He like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if
Tunnel
it's
blocked.
the woman that's gotten an awesome compliment, her husband don't compliment her home, she go back home, husband can't deal with her. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing done in the house.
Yeah.
Because, she's remembering what this man, this seed that's implanted. But I also want to speak to outgrowing your mate. I don't know if it can happen, but as you spoke on being a wise woman, sometimes there's so much for us to lose in outgrowing the mate of that union that was put together in God's eyesight. When do we say I could press ahead, but you know what, my husband is not here yet, or my wife is not there yet, so let me slow down for the sake of the family.
It's like I was saying earlier in giving the description about being the president of the United States and getting involved in some, whether it was whatever it was, but just to jeopardize that. Men take chances, and I don't understand. I don't understand why they take the chances that they do when there's so much to lose. You know what I'm saying? And I wondered, I said, okay, now, is it a possibility that he think he's not going to get caught and nobody will find out that this has happened? Or, I don't know.
I think there has to be a discipline
Right.
along with commitment.
The commitment.
And as far as to piggyback on Carolyn, outgrowing your mate, what came to my mind was, and the two shall become one. So if you're one, how do you outgrow the other? You grow together. Your arms don't outgrow the rest of your body. Your legs don't outgrow your ears. One ear doesn't outgrow the other ear unless something is extremely wrong. I know that sounds oversimplistic. However, it's the general idea, I believe. I just, I have this little saying that I say, people do whatever they want to do. And, it's about choices, the choices that we choose to make. You can be tempted, you can be drawn, but ultimately you can say no. You can say no. You can retreat. But why is it that people don't, if somebody's talking, recently someone came to me to tell me about their marriage breaking up because the husband was caught doing that thing. All he was doing was talking. But there were these, on the phone bill, there were these long hours of conversation with a former girlfriend after this has been a 2 or 3 decade marriage. okay, because the wife, and
I take a drink.
to go back to what Stacy was saying also, it seems like the woman, I'm just kind of summing up what it seemed like you were saying initially about the woman taking some responsibility for some of that cheating. I think that's just maybe kind of a symptom. Ultimately, though, it is still the man's choice.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
okay, so if somebody else is talking to you in a way that's feeding your ego, you know, and you realize, wow, this really empowers me. I need this from my wife. Why not go home and have that conversation with your wife and
She gotta be ready now.
yeah, but
you know what?
just that kind of communication, just that
Right.
kind of communication.
But I'm glad you said that because I want to ask a question. Do you think that if you found your husband cheating, do you think the wise thing to do would be to leave him or to split up the marriage?
Years ago, I was in that situation.
Okay.
I have to admit that even with age and maturity now, I have always, even from a young age, had this thing of just really trusting, kind of I can't think of the word right now, but kind of a naivete. Where I just, if I love you, okay, I just blindly trust you, and that might not be too wise, but it's a choice that I make to help my mind stay clear and not allow those thoughts enter. And so I was in a situation where I was being, the man was cheating, the husband was cheating, and everybody knew he was cheating but me. I even had a dream of exact things that were happening, actually the exact lies that would be told to me when he came home late while I was doing all these things, put on this fabulous negligee, had hot bath water on for the man when he got home from work, had food in the oven, and everything was going to be just so when he got home to his haven, his oasis. And then I fell asleep while waiting for him when he did not return home. And I had a dream. Oh, there was a flat tire. There was all. And when he came home, he said those exact things to me. In my naivete, I thought, I dreamed that happened. Wow, I can't believe it. Stupid. And instead of knowing that, hey, this is not letting you know, this is the lie that's going to be told to you. And then later when it came out, because the pastor of the church that I was going to knew about the affair because the husband was also an elder.
Oh,
So it's not funny. I'm just saying when she said the pastor. No, it's just
the pastor knew about it
hilarious.
and came and spoke to me, and he said, "Now you have a choice." He said, "You have a choice, according to God's word.
Scripture.
Right, that's
Yeah.
You
right.
can divorce him
Okay.
and move on."
Okay.
He said, "Or you can take a higher road."
Okay.
Today, at that time, I thought a higher road. Oh, okay. So I stayed. I stayed. You know, it's like, but today, I say, well, what could be higher than the Word of God? What could be a higher road than the Word of God? Maybe that's just semantics. Maybe that's just playing around with words or something. I don't know.
Well,
But
did you stay and all of you stayed, or was just the shell of you there?
all of me stayed because
That's
I was
good.
so totally committed and so deeply in love. And I just wanted it. I made a choice. See, I really wanted it to work. I was willing to get past that.
That's good.
And I think today, I don't know.
Could you stay? I mean,
No,
would you?
ma'am.
Okay, you could not. Could you stay?
Oh, I stayed. I mean, it depends. You know, like what you have, not so much invested. Because that's today, I'm just going to be real, the 21st century, that's all people look at.
That's what I was going to say. So
And
is
it ain't
that
no
you?
joke. If I've been married for 20, 30 years, 10 years, 5 years, okay, we got a house together, we got this together, we got this business together, I ain't going nowhere. Kids is this age. And
What you say? He'll get over it.
yeah.